Welcome to this Positive Mindsets webinar. I want to introduce you in this short webinar to some really powerful techniques that are going to allow you to move into a place of possibility. My name is Marcus Matthews. I'm a clinical hypnotherapist and life transformation coach. And back in 2018, as a serving police officer, I found myself wanting to take my own life. On the journey that I've been on since that point, I've had the privilege to understand the human mind and people at a really in-depth level. What I'm going to take you through in this short webinar is what I've discovered, not only just on my own journey, but also on the journey of people who've become highly successful, from celebrities, athletes, C-suite executives, professionals, and anyone really who is walking this path as a human. I'm going to take you through some powerful techniques that are going to be able to change the way in which you interact not only with yourself, but with others. So come and join me and create a more positive mind. What is mindset? Now, this is really funny because I actually don't believe in mindset per se. That word's a little bit like Google or Uber. A lot of people say the word mindset, but actually don't really understand what mindset is. You see, your mind is really split up into three parts, not two. Yes, we have the logical mind, we have the subconscious mind, we have the unconscious mind. But actually, the three parts are best described in the book The Chimp Paradox by Stephen Peters. And what Peters describes is the part of the mind which is the true self, the authentic aspect of us that wants to show up in the world. There's then the chimp mind, which is the protector. It's the part of our mind that is trying to keep us safe. You see, your mind's only job is to keep you safe. And then there's the computer, or as I like to call it, Alexa. And what actually happens when we come across a challenging situation, something that's not familiar, the chimp comes out of its cage and goes to the computer and says, hey, what do I do? And all of those feelings, emotions, thoughts, beliefs that have been programmed into you throughout all of your life come to the surface. And from those beliefs, you will then act and react based on those cues. And if you want to change a habit, what you need to be able to do is to understand where you are. So there's two parts to this webinar. The first part is about how do you stabilize that chatter? How do you stop that monkey mind, that chimp, from chattering away, telling you you're not good enough, you're different, that the life you want is not available to you? And how do you step into possibility? So what I'm going to do in this next part is just allow you to sit and stabilize those thoughts. You see, what happens is when we go into fight, flight, freeze, or fawn, when cortisol runs through our body, it shuts off the logical aspect of our brain. So before we can actually start to take logical steps, we need to emotionally be able to stabilize our body. And this is a really, really powerful technique. I want to take you through a really powerful technique now. And this really helped me to stabilize my thoughts when my emotions were running high. It's a really great grounding technique, and it comes in four parts. The first part is about creating safety. And I'll come on to this in the next part of the video about environment, but creating the environment internally is really, really important. So we're going to stabilize the mind, because the mind's job is there to keep you alive, not there to keep you happy. So we need to make sure that the mind knows it's safe. Once we've done that, we're going to look into not what we want, but what we need in this moment. So emotionally, what do we need? What action do we need to take? The third part is we're going to look into possibility. Wouldn't it be nice if the thing that we want was here right now? And then the fourth part that we're going to look at is the aspect of what small little step do we need to take. Now, there's a great book called Atomic Habits by James Clear, and he talks about these 4 aspects that our mind needs when it responds to something, which is a cue, a craving, a response, and a reward. And the mind doesn't know the difference between a dopamine hit where we feel happy and everything's great, and a cortisol hit where we feel that we're down, we're depressed, we've got this challenge. The mind responds to exactly what you tell it. Now, this is great logically. What I'm going to show you now is how you can get that what I call head-heart congruence, where the head and the heart are working on the same thing. So let's dive in to the first part of this. Okay, so the first part is stabilizing the mind, making sure it's safe. And this is super simple. All you do is close your eyes down, connect to that feeling, to that story. I don't want you to suppress it, try and get rid of it. I want you to actually embrace it and feel it, however challenging that might be. And then as you feel that feeling, speak as if you're speaking to your body, you're speaking to your mind, and say these words. I'm completely safe. My body and my mind are just trying to help me, and that's okay. Try that a few times. Just close your eyes and repeat that mantra, but I want you to connect to your body while you're doing it, as if your body and your mind are 2 parts of you that are trying to help you resolve a problem, and you're now taking control of that. That conscious part of you is taking control. Think of it like a small child that's having a tantrum, and you want to try and slow them down, make them feel as though they're seen and loved and connected. So you're going to say these words. I'm completely safe. My body and my mind are just trying to help me, and that's okay. And that is going to stabilize you very, very quickly. The next part is the need. Often we look externally for what we want. We look to others for the answers when the answers lie within us. And this is one of the biggest challenges that most people have in life, is that they're looking for what they want based on external factors rather than what they need right now. So once we've done that first part of stabilizing the mind, now it's like asking that child, well, what do you need? What do you need right now? It might be some space. It might be a hug. It might be I just need to give myself a break. It doesn't matter what it is, but when you ask that question, what do I need right now? The mind will tell you. Don't try and force it. Just what's the first thing that comes into your head? And just lock onto that. What I need right now is. So let's say, for example, you're feeling quite stressed and overwhelmed. And what you need right now is some calm and peace. What would happen is it would go like this. I'm completely safe. My body and my mind are just trying to help me, and that's okay. And what I need right now is some calm and some peace. And now we move on to the next step. Now we know what we need. Now we've calmed our nervous system. Now we look into possibility. Now, one of the biggest problems with affirmations, I am abundant, I am good, I am enough, is that we say those words, but we don't feel them. And it's very difficult. The mind can't hold conflicting thoughts and beliefs. It can't hold something that's a possibility if we can't prove it. And this is a beautiful technique by Esther Hicks, who from Abraham, who wrote the Law of Attraction books, because this looks into possibility, and this puts us into a dreamlike state. And what's beautiful is the mind doesn't know the difference between what is real and what's imagined. So this gives us a bit of a break. It looks into possibility. But the other thing is the mind doesn't know what's good or what's bad. So this kind of tricks the mind into manifesting the thing that we need and that vibration and that feeling. You see, the first law of attraction isn't attraction, it's vibration. You have to set the vibration, the energy in the body to create the belief, and then you layer on top the thought and the action. And often we do that the wrong way round. So we need to create the why. Why do I feel this way? How can I feel this way? Once we've got the feeling, then we can stack what we need to do next. So it goes like this. I'm completely safe. My body and my mind are just trying to help me, and that's okay. What I need right now is to feel calm and peaceful. Wouldn't it be nice if I felt calm and peaceful? Wouldn't it be nice if I felt calm and peaceful and I felt I had some control in my life? Wouldn't it be nice if I felt calm and peaceful and I had some control in my life and I could just flow through my day easier? Wouldn't it be nice if that could happen? Now, when you do that, what I want you to do is I want you to feel into your body that possibility. And now comes the last bit. Taking action. So this is great. We've stabilized the mind. It's in a safe place. We've focused on what we need. And now we're kind of future forward in that. And what would that be? What would that feel like? Wouldn't it be nice if that came in? Now we're going back slightly and we're going to go, what is the one little action that I can take right now? So it might be, I'm just going to give myself a moment every day just to do this practice and allow all that negative energy or whatever it is that you're feeling just to pass through. I'm going to give myself a dinner break. I'm going to go out for a walk. Whatever it is that comes into the mind, that flows through you, just see what comes up for you. So let's practice that in its entirety. So find somewhere comfortable where you're not going to be disturbed, and if need be, put people on notice. And just close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths in. Take another deep breath in. Just take another deep breath in. I'm completely safe. My body and my mind are just trying to help me, and that's okay. Just repeat that again. I'm completely safe. My body and my mind are just trying to help me, and that's okay. And one more time. I am completely safe. My body and my mind are just trying to help me, and that's okay. And what I need right now is just to feel some calm and some peace in my life. Just need to feel some calm and peace in my life. Wouldn't it be nice if I had some calm and peace in my life? Wouldn't it be nice if I could communicate that to people? Wouldn't it be nice if I could give myself permission to spend some time away from the hustle and bustle? Wouldn't it be nice if I could let go of these feelings? Wouldn't that be nice? What I need right now is to give myself a break. What I need right now is to communicate my needs to those around me. What I need right now is to stop giving my energy away to other people. What I need right now is just to be. Now, of course, don't repeat what I've repeated. Just see what comes up in the mind. And the more you practice it, the easier it gets. And if you ever get stuck, just go back to the breath, take a few deep breaths in. Before we move on to the next part of the video, just practice that a few times, because what we're going to do is, this is really a part where we're going to be communicating with the subconscious mind, which runs 95% of our behavior. So this is really important that you practice this. And then as we go into the next section, which is called my 4 pillars to success, I'll then explain to you how you can use that method and bring it into this method to really start manifesting and create a positive mindset. Okay, so how did you get on with the last exercise? I hope you've practiced that a few times. And if you're zipping through this video, that's fine. But I do recommend that you go back and you practice that last little affirmation, that last little exercise about really embodying that calmness, that safety, focusing on what you need, and then looking into that possibility and taking those small little actions to manifest that, to bring that into your life. The action part is really, really important. Now, you're probably thinking, well, great, that's great, Marcus. I can do that every day. But what happens? What do I do on a day-to-day basis? How can I start to build success in my life? And remember, success isn't about fame. It's not about money. It's not about glory. Success is that you can have a beautiful day. You can have more beautiful days than bad days. You can look at challenges as opportunities. So this is where I'm going to introduce you to my 4 pillars. So the 4 pillars came from not only my own journey, but also working with some highly successful people and just analyzing what were the things that they were doing. Where were they? What were they doing? Why were they doing that? And what was it about them that was allowing them to bring true success into their lives? Now, I want to caveat this. Success, for me anyway, is not about fame or glory. I've worked with a lot of millionaires or people who are very, very financially rich, successful. They're successful in their careers, but maybe they haven't been successful in their relationships. Maybe they were working hard all the time and didn't feel as though they were good enough. So you need to really define what success looks like to you. I put it down to these points. Most of us want freedom, peace, love, purpose, and meaning. So have a think about what those things mean to you. What does freedom mean to you? What does purpose mean to you? What does love mean to you? Maybe what connection means to you. Really dig down into those types of things. But let's go into the 4 pillars and explain each one of these individually. Okay, so the first pillar, what you want. Now, if you remember back, I was on about need. So really, this is what you need rather than what you want. But most people will use that phrase, what you want. So that's why I always say what you want. But I want you to think about it as what you need. So bring to mind, I'm going to use something like money, because money is something that's always a challenge for people and it's relatively easy to work with. Money is intangible. It has no value unless it's transmuted into something else. So this is the same as energy, right? As the amazing Bob Proctor used to say. Bob Proctor used to say energy comes from form, through form, and into form. And that's money. Money on its own has no currency. It only becomes powerful when we can use it. So think of all of this as energy. So I want money. Why? Why do you want money? And that's going to be the next one. So you've got to really define what it is you want, what you need. What is it you want and what is it you need? Take some time to think about that. Not, I want this because somebody else has got it. I want this because it will make me happy. Because happy is an emotion. Nothing external to you is going to bring freedom, peace, love, any of that. It's internal. And often we look externally to society that says, well, if I have this, that will mean this. And that's not true. So I want you to spend some time to think about what it is you want. And then we'll come back to the next bit and to see if it really is what you want or not. Okay, so you've done a bit of work on what you want. Now, why do you want that? The reason why that's important is because the what is the logical thing. It's the thing that's often a belief that we want this because somebody else has us. We want this because it'll give us something. The why is the emotion. How does it make me feel? So if I had that thing, why do I need it? So let's go back to the money. And I use money because it's really important, because people will say, well, if I had more money, I'd have more time with my kids. If I had more money, I'd be able to travel. If I had more money, I'd have more freedom. You don't want money, you want more time with your kids. You don't want money, you want to travel. You don't want money, you want X. Why do you want that? So now we're getting into the emotion. Well, if I spent more time with my children, I'd feel more connected to them. I'm so busy working. So I hope you can see how that works, is what we want and why we want it can sometimes be misaligned. And this is what I call head-heart incoherence. The logical mind is saying you want this because that's what the world tells you want. But the heart, the true you, is saying, no, this is why I want it. So the why is more powerful. The why is the emotion. So really dig into the why you want that thing. Now, you don't need to worry about the how. The how will show up once you get these two whats and whys aligned. So now let's move into the thing that normally creates the barrier, the block, or the challenge in bringing the what and why into your reality. Okay, so we've done a bit of diving into the what and the why. The biggest thing that people have problems with is communicating what they want and why they want it. And normally this is due to the fact that they're not true to their values. We as a species want to connect. Connection makes us feel safe. And we often will disregard our own values, our own needs to fit in with the tribe. Going it alone can be difficult. So there's two parts to this. The first part is what are our values? So mine are honesty, integrity, service. And I have a real understanding of what that means to me. So you need to dig into your value system. And what does it mean to you? And how does that align to your what and your why? The next part of that is, are you creating boundaries around that? Are you telling people what your non-negotiables are? For example, before you sat down to watch this video, did you tell people, I need some time to watch this video. This is really important to me and I don't want to be disturbed. How many times do you feel that you're being pulled from the thing that you need because you're trying to give to other people? So really think about how you are breaking your own values and your own needs. And are you struggling to communicate that? See, when it comes to things like mental health, I came up with a definition of challenges, mental health, and it's this: the inability to communicate my needs in a safe environment. Have a think about that. And then we'll move on to the next part, which is environment. We've looked at what you want. We've looked at why you want it. We've spoken about values and communicating your boundaries. And they really do create your belief system. They create your safety system as well. But here's the thing. There's a great quote by Albert Einstein that says, if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it'll think that it will amount to nothing. And that's environment. Now, we often can't control our external environment, but the exercise that we did right at the beginning is about controlling our internal environment. So when we look at our environment, this is really important for you to really look at who are the people you're surrounding yourself by? Where are you spending most of your time? What are you watching on the television? And how is that impacting your psychology? How is that moving you either towards or away from the thing that you want, you need? We often don't talk about our environment, and we believe that we can't control what's outside of us. And we can't, but we can control what's inside of us. And remember at the start of this, I said about the exercise about I'm completely safe. My mind and my body are just trying to help me, and that's okay. All of this was about creating a vibration and energy in our body. Think about it. When somebody's chilled, they're relaxed, they're in flow, we want to be around them. That is the law of attraction. But when we're in a stressed state, we can't communicate our needs, then our environment becomes toxic. So what I want you to do now is I want you to really think about your environment in which all of this you're doing, and how can you adapt and change that environment? So let's go through this as a quick summary. The first thing that we're going to want to do is we're going to want to stabilize how we're feeling. So remember, close your eyes. Find that part that's causing any frustration, any challenge, and say, I'm completely safe. My mind and my body is just trying to help me, and that's okay. What I need right now is, wouldn't it be nice if? And what is the one micro move that you want to make to bring that into your reality? And we can expand upon that with the 4 pillars. And remember, the 4 pillars are what you want, why you want it, your values, your boundaries, and the environment, both internal and external. In this part of the video, I'm now going to introduce you to your true self, your real self. This is something that you can do, so make sure you're nice and safe when you do this. Make sure that you are free from any distraction. This is going to be about 10 minutes, and it's an immersion called the 4 Thieves of Happiness. The 4 Thieves of Happiness are judgment, shame, guilt, and validation. And they're the blockers that stop us from bringing in what we need to bring into our life. It's around about 9 to 10 minutes. So make sure that you're nice and safe. Make sure that you're not distracted. And let's go. I want to show you the truth. Your truth. The experience of the beautiful state. The secret, if you will, to who you really are. Once you see the truth and you're aware of the 4 Thieves of Happiness, the answer you will recognize is not outside of us, but inside of us. That the secret lies in plain sight. So just close your eyes, and I want you to think about all of the things that you might possess. Car. As you listen to a mobile phone. You'll notice that this voice. A house. From even your Netflix subscription. Just think of anything that you possess, anything you own, anything that you say, this is mine. I own this. And as you do that, I just want you to focus on your breath. Just notice your chest rise and fall as you breathe in and out. Notice, is it deep? Is it shallow? Just notice it with no judgment. Now notice where you're sat.
stood, how does your body feel? Does it feel heavy? Does it feel light? Are you comfortable, uncomfortable? Just notice your body with no judgment. Notice your breath. Notice how your body feels. Now notice what you can hear. My voice. The room around you. Notice with no judgment what you can hear. Notice your breath. Notice your body. Notice the sounds around you. Now take a deep breath in and notice your nose. What can you smell? Don't judge, just experience it. Take a deep breath in. What can you smell? Notice your breath. Notice your body. Notice the sounds and smells around you. Notice your mouth. Notice without judgment. Notice your mouth. What can you taste? Is it wet? Is it dry? Just notice. What can you taste? Notice your breath. Notice your body. Notice the sounds and smell around you, the taste in your mouth now. What are you experiencing? With your eyes closed, still noticing all of those things. What can you see? Is it dark? Can you see lights? Notice without judgment, what can you see? Sink deeper. Notice your breath. Notice your body. Notice the sounds, smells, anything around you and the taste in your mouth. And what can you see? Anything around you and the taste in your mouth. What can you see? Finally, notice the voice. The voice in your head, what does it say? Is it judgmental? Shameful? Does it make you feel guilty? Who are you? Is it critical? What are you observing? Or is it a loving, supporting voice? You sit there noticing these things. I want to bring you back to these things: your car, your mobile phone, your house, your Netflix subscription, anything that you possess. Notice these are all things that you can see and experience. They are yours. But are you your car, your mobile phone, your house, your Netflix subscription? Are you those things? These things. Now bring your thoughts and feelings to your breath, your touch, your hearing, your sense of smell, your taste, your sight, even the thoughts going through your head. Are you any of these things? Are you your body? Are you your mind? You. The real you are the observer of the experience of the breath, the touch, the hearing, the smell, the taste and sight, the judgment, the shame, the guilt, the validation, the love, the care. You, the real you, sits in acceptance of what is judgment or is not. Those experiences are the journey of walking this world as a human. These tools allow you to understand these emotions. See, there is no salvation of mind without judgment, no freedom without shame or guilt, no peace and love without validation. These feelings we create are based on the stories, the words, the sentences we tell ourselves. They are the spells which bewitch us to believing we are not enough, different, and that life of love, freedom, peace and connection is not available. But are they true? Are they really true? Or are they the creations of others that have been installed in you? This is why you are here. one spirit, one entity, one energetic force that is the creator of your reality. You could say that you are God. You are the judge and the judged. You are the shamer and the shamed. You are the guilt and the guilty. You are the validator and the validated. What are you choosing? But you are also love and loved. You are peace and peaceful. You are free, and you create your freedom. You, and you alone, control your thoughts, feelings, and experiences, which we call life. So when the four thieves of happiness call again, which they will, just be still and notice. You are not the cloud. You just notice the cloud. You are not the sun in the same way. You're just experiencing the warmth and happiness of the sun. And notice the voice beyond the critical voice. The voice that holds your truth. To feel whatever you want to feel. So sit in this moment. I want you to bring to mind any worry, challenge, block, or barrier. And just be the observer of that. You are not the thing. What is the truth and why? You are not the experience. Where did that come from? Of the experience. You are free. Is it time to let it go? Just go deep. You see, the beautiful state is but a whisper, a moment away. Release. And you can release that judgment, shame, guilt, and validation, and bring in love, peace, freedom, and purpose whenever you wish. You are freedom and you have a purpose. Because you created all of your feelings in the first place. And you can recreate something more beautiful, more powerful, and more deserving of your energy whenever you like. You are beautiful. You are love. So know it. I'm going to bring you back to your full awareness. My name is Marcus Matthews, and I'm a clinical hypnotherapist and life coach. It's been my pleasure to show you the secret. Because you and that secret, hold the secret within, is you.
So finally, I want to just take you through another little exercise, which is really, really powerful. And it puts a topper on everything that we've done. And all of these things are interchangeable. And it's called 3MIQ. It's something that I was made aware of by the amazing Vishen Lakhani from Mindvalley. And it comes into three parts. And again, it's about future thinking. So the first one is, what is it you want to experience in life? What is that? What would life look like every single day if it was beautiful? What do you want to experience in life? And why do you want to experience that? What is the big picture? The second thing is you've got to take action to bring that in. So what are you doing to grow and develop yourself? Why is that important to you? As I've already mentioned, we look at outside for other people to do these things for us, but no one is coming. So how do you want to grow and develop? What environments do you want to be to feel safe, to develop, to be courageously vulnerable, to learn about who you are? How are you going to do that? Where might you go for that? And finally is, when you bring all of this into your life, how does that serve the world? How will everything that you're doing not only impact and change your life, but how will it impact and change others? You know, I often talk to clients about this and I say, the things that you don't deal with today will be passed down to your children tomorrow, and their children and their children. we all have a responsibility to not just create a beautiful life for ourselves, but to create a beautiful life for others. I hope this was useful. So let me give you a final summary of what we've gone through in this webinar and how you can take the next steps forward if this is something that you want to do. So in the first part of this video, we talked about creating that vibrational resonance, allowing ourselves just to let go of that challenge. And we said, I'm completely safe. My mind and my body is just trying to help me. And what I need right now is, would it be nice if? And then you could come out with an action point from that to start to bring that into your life. Then we looked at the 4 pillars, which is really focusing, what do you really want? What is it you really need? And why do you need that? Again, creating that story and that feeling that are congruent. We then looked around maybe the challenges of bringing that into your life is around the aspects of your values. Where are you not communicating? Where are you not setting those boundaries? Have you moved away from your true values? What is it that you're giving up as part of yourself? Are you living your true authentic life? Are you able to communicate that? And why is that? And then we looked at the environment. Often it's our environment that impacts us. We say externally, this is the problem. This is why I can't. But actually, we're already manifesting that on the inside. So what little moves can we make? What boundaries can we put in place to create a different environment? And that might be just 5 minutes a day. But small micro steps will compound and your life will change. So I invite you to try these exercises. And why don't you connect? You can find out more about myself and how I help clients at makeyourlifecount.co.uk. You can find me on Instagram at Marcus A. Matthews. This is all available to you. And I have had the pleasure to work with some amazing people just like you. But here's the thing. I don't have the answer for you. But I do have the key that will unlock your true potential. So if this has been useful, please share. Let other people know that help is available. And whenever you need me, just get in touch. And remember, make your life count.